We will give you this note with St. Clair County. We have their starters. We do not have a full roster. So we have the starters. We'll get you as many names as we possibly can, but we did not get a full roster from St. Clair County. We did not, and the public address did not either. So forgive us for any names that we do not call out. We have the starters, and that is the only names that we have on our list as we move forward.
We will cover it as best we can as the Saints come out offensively. A couple of split outs either way. As back to pass, looking, got pressure from the Golden Eagles. They're going to track him down back at the 20-yard line. What a way to start the day for the Golden Eagles, and that's Matt Curry as he comes crashing in, and he'll bring down Jace Fisher in the backfield. A big loss on the play to open it up, and I'll tell you what, it was a jailbreak there.
Yep.
As the defensive front was all in the backfield.
Exactly. That rising senior really came from the backside of his defensive end position, and he scraped that line hard. Jacksonville right here playing a kind of looks like a 3-3 front. 4 receivers out for St. Clair County.
Looking to pass again, in trouble again, and going down again. The pressure once again by the Golden Eagles. This time Ben Patterson in to make the stop, but guess what? Matt Curry was there as well. He stood, had pressure, and there comes the defenders, and he is on the turf. And 2 big sacks to open up this ball game, and St. Clair County back at the 12-yard line.
I'm not sure what they originally had called, but it looked like it was going to be a play action. And if it was, the running back did not get a chance to go with the play action and then set up his block, and that's what set up the sack there.
Handoff left side, May, and he'll fall forward for a yard, maybe 2, but it's 4th down and forever for St. Clair, and they're going to have to punt the football away.
Yeah, not many plays in the playbook that are destined for, 2nd and 20-something, and really shoot yourself in the foot, especially with the blocking up front. But give a lot of credit to Jacksonville. Really dialed up 2 blitzes, or dialed up 1 blitz on second down, but on that first down play, got tremendous pressure on St. Clair County, and they forced the punt here.
So Golden Eagles will take over. Good field position, starting at the St. Clair 48-yard line. We'll get our first look. Colton Clark will get the start at quarterback. Also, we mentioned Tay Ackles in the backfield for the Golden Eagles as they will come out. Ackles, a good-looking athlete, as he will come out behind Clark. It is 1st down and 10. 3 wideouts go to the left. 1 will come to the right as the Golden Eagles will start things up. Ackles, call left side, runs over his own lineman into the 40-yard line. And Ackles will take it inside to about the 39. That is a quick hitter on the left side. And you see Ackles there just bowl over his own lineman before finding Jalen Cunningham on his back, and he'll go to the turf.
And just an impressive runner this guy is, and we've said it before, he's had a lot of snaps, a lot of varsity reps, and so he'll be the guy that they call upon play after play.
Give it to him again. This time loses it on the floor, and it's going to be recovered by St. Clair County. That time came to the left side, waiting on his block, and you'll see a hand just reach in and knock it away.
Looks like Skylar Mizell, number 51, does a great job of just getting his hand on there. And then the defensive back, number 3, is one of the guys, Trey Smith, a linebacker. Heads up play by him, being able to come up with the fumble recovery. So Mizell and Smith tag team there for the turnover.
So the St. Clair Saint offense back on the field. And the Golden Eagles have to keep an eye on Justin May, the senior running back, as he's not been able to get on track today, but he is also a good-looking athlete. Tyler Sloan up front, the leader. And defensively, Grayson Beatty. We saw him get an interception in the first game, as he is a standout for Coach Lance Smith. Handoff to May, hit immediately, ball on the ground, tipped around and controlled by the Golden Eagles. So one good turn deserves another, and the Golden Eagles will get the recovery, and they'll take over after the recovery by Josh Glass.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers here, and it worked out the exact same way. The defensive lineman came in and crashed, then a heads-up play by another one of their fantastic defensive players to come and pick it up and make sure Jacksonville's got the football. Blake Morris, number 3, wanted to scoop and score that. He was on his feet. He was ready to go for 6, but great job there securing the football, and Jacksonville gets it back.
Junior Jamel Mays gets the caused fumble there. Colton Clark looking, rolls out right, just gonna have to throw it for all he's worth and throw it away. That time, Clark looked like he had a play to the left. I think he bobbled as he tried to throw the football. And so he had to just kind of improvise, so he rolls out to the near side and just had to throw the football away.
Right, and that's a heads-up play by that quarterback, really knowing that the play kind of got off on the wrong foot to start off with, and really just giving himself a chance to get the ball out there and put it in a position where either his guy would have caught it or nobody would have caught it, and he just ended up throwing it away. But plays like that are what Clint Smith likes out of his quarterbacks, guys that can, when the play breaks down, they don't freak out. And that's exactly what he did there.
This time, Clark on the speed sweep, comes to the near side. Good run across the 30-yard line, down to the 25-yard line. That is Kirkland on that carry. Taj Kirkland.
Yep, kind of a nice backup plan for Tay Ackles, a kind of a different running style. He's the quick guy that you can get him the ball in motion. And there picks up a first down.
So first down at 10 for the Golden Eagles. Quick hitch on the outside, catch is made, corner turned. Inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. Taking it to about the 14. Good catch by Williams, and he'll move it down. And the Eagles are on the move.
Keep your eye on 27, a nice block there on number 8 for the Saints. Grayson Beatty, one of our players to watch. Great play there by Nick Gangwer.
So first down at 10. Same play other way. This time unable to hang on. Goes through the hands of Williams. And it'll be second down and 10.
Listen, they really like that play. It's kind of like almost like a stretch toss if you're thinking about it in running terms. His ball doesn't cross the line of scrimmage, but you get your blockers out there, and one block or 2 blocks out there can be the difference between a fumble and a touchdown.
Hand off left side. That's Ackles. Ackles with a stiff arm, got a flag coming in. Right around a block being made, so this may be bad news for Coach Clint Smith and the Golden Eagles, and it will be a holding call against Jacksonville.
And it's not what you like to see here, especially in the red zone. You don't want to give any yards back to the defense. But they probably saw the reason why he sprung free for that. Well, it was going to be pretty close to a first down. Looks like it'll back him up at least 5 yards. Now 10 yards on the holding call there.
You can see the strength of Tay Ackles as he turns the corner. And one thing that the stiff arm has really come into play today by several good runners. And they have been able to utilize that and fall forward for positive yardage.
And it's just a really good tool that running backs have, just knowing that if you're strong enough in your ball carrying hand to secure the football, you can spring yourself free, get some extra yards if you're athletic enough, and Tay Ackles is certainly that.
So second down and long. They go to Ackles again. He'll get inside the 15-yard line to about the 13.
This is a heads-up play here because he actually doesn't get the ball. It comes off his head, and Ackles comes in with one hand and catches that.
Nice job by Ackles as the ball just went through the hands of Clark, hits him in the head, and Ackles able to field it and get good yardage.
That's funny stuff, and that's a great shot by our crew there
Absolutely.
on both angles. And that just shows you Tay Ackles' awareness. He's completely in the game, and that really goes back to how much he's been relied upon to be one of the guys that makes the plays for this Jacksonville football team. He reminds me a lot of running style, a lot of Tremaine Pope, his Aniston days. It even has that number 24.
Right. Hard snap count draws St. Clair County into the neutral zone, so sets up a third down. And about 3.5 to 4 yards to go. Goes back and fighting down close to the 5-yard line is Ackles. He did not get the first down, but it's going to set up a fourth down and a long one.
This is an interesting situation here for Coach Clint Smith. Does he send his field goal unit out, or does he try to punch this one in? They got down here last time and weren't able to get on the scoreboard. See what they do here.
They will go for it here on 4th and a yard. Ackles in the backfield with Clark. They'll give it off. Akel's in trouble in the backfield. He's going to be hit. He's not going to get there. Well, wait, he's still fighting forward and gets to the 5. Still think he's going to be shy, but he did a great job of getting that close to a first down, and it will be St. Clair County ball.
That play looked dead in the water to begin with, and give a lot of credit once again to Skylar Mizell, number 51. I think he's the first guy that makes contact here with Akels and just hangs on and waits for his fellow Saints to get in there. Like you said, a great effort by Akels to try to get the football out there, but where the referee spotty comes up just a bit short, turnover on downs.
Also, John Braswell got some great penetration right up the middle, and it forced Akels to try to bounce it outside and unable to pick up the first down. So St. Clair County holds. They'll take over offensively now inside their own 5-yard line.
I'd say this is kind of a good news, bad news situation. Good news, you get the ball back, and 2, and you're shot out of the own zone.
Fisher gives it off to May. He's hit immediately, and a flag comes in. And if this is a hold, this is disaster for St. Clair County.
It's right there in the position of holding. 9 times out of 10, you'll see that umpire throw the flag, and that's exactly what the call usually is. And we got a face mask.
Face mask on the Golden Eagles. So that will get a little breathing room for the Saints. They'll move it out to the 10. It's going to be first down and 5. 2016 Gridiron Challenge here on TV 24. Glad to have you watching wherever you are today. You see right here, he's going down. Everything's fine.
And maybe they're at the very end.
Maybe, I don't know.
There's some debate going on even with the crew here that's watching it. Didn't look like it, especially from that angle, and it's a really tight, close angle, but umpire saw it a different way. Now we see 2nd and short here for St. Clair County.
2nd down for the Saints from St. Clair County. Go with a spread look once again. Justin May and Fisher in the backfield. Fisher going to drop back to pass. He's in trouble. He's going to lose back to the 10-yard line.
We gave him some credit as a blocker on offense. Now in defense, Gangwer, 27, came in, and that's basically his responsibility there. Was the quarterback did a great job there getting it stuffed, and it looks like it's be now 2nd and about 14.
Yeah, the thing that I'm seeing, the pressure defense from Jacksonville on passing situations, they are getting pressure on the quarterback. And really, the rush, they've been pretty strong as well, but this time throws it right at Gangwer. And he almost comes up with a pick 6 there, but miscommunication between the receiver and also the quarterback. The Bulldogs from Anniston, they're next on the docket. You are seeing them get pumped. We got the strut going on.
He caught that at the perfect
little
time,
Ric Flair to get the Bulldogs ready, and they'll be taking on the Leeds Green Wave following this activity.
Yep, and that becomes a very interesting game now. Huh? How about that?
How about it?
In Class 4A with defending state champions.
Call goes to May, right side. He loses it, and the Golden Eagles recover again. Fumble recovery at about the 15-yard line. Another turnover. You see right here, fighting for the extra yardage, and the ball just stripped out of there, and a good recovery out here by Kirkland. He'll get on it. As May doing all he can to try to get positive yardage, but he coughs it up.
One of the things you talked about when we were talking about being able to have the wherewithal to use and utilize the stiff arm is you have to have enough strength in your ball carrying hand in order to not lose the football. Coaches at that point would rather you not try to stiff arm anybody, put 2 hands on it, and secure the football. And there, Jacksonville's defense does a great job and opportunistic.
Golden Eagles with a chance to get on the board here. Good run on the left side. That is Nico Richmond. He'll take it down to the 6-yard line. Good blocking on the left side. And as he tried to make the cut, tripped up just a little bit, but he'll move it down just outside the 5-yard line.
I think to be a number 9 at Jacksonville, you have to be fast. I think that's the prerequisite to having that number with Sid Thurman and now Nico.
Coming to the outside. Good defensive play out here by number 51 for St. Clair County. Mizell fights through the blocker. And another negative play for the Jacksonville offense.
Yeah, Skylar Mizell has been really impressive here. This is the 3rd defensive play that he's made behind the line of scrimmage. And that one, he just shed the block, and that was just an individual effort from Skylar Mizell.
So now 3rd down at about 7. Goes back to Richmond, slips through 2 defenders to the 5-yard line. He'll dive into the end zone. Good run by Nico Richmond. And the Golden Eagles are on the board.
I'll tell you what, that's about as good as an effort you'll find. Dodges 1 tackle and then just blows through another tackle and dives into the end zone.
You saw when he got his bearings right here at about the 5-yard line. When he shakes that defender, he says, I'm getting in the end zone. You see the determination, and he's able to dive in there for 6.
Tell you what, not too many teams have the luxury that Jacksonville has to go with number 24, Tay Ackles, and then when he's not in the game, you go with number 9, Nico, and it's a great job there by Richmond.
Trying to get the extra point team on the field here.
For those of you just joining us, this extra point will look a little weird without a rush, but this is for safety reasons, and they go through the kick so that way the kickers can still get those repetitions, those game repetitions in. But all kicking game will be simulated, kickoffs, punts, and then on those field goals and extra points, the kickers and holders will get the
Checking out the Tony Sarah Ford scoring drive. 3 plays, only 14 yards after the St. Clair County turnover. 81-10 off the clock, and the Golden Eagles extra point is good by Harvey. And it is a 7-0 lead for the Golden Eagles.
The best teams make you pay when you make a mistake. And when a team gives you the football, especially that close to the goal, you have to punch it in. And especially on those football Friday night games, the teams that don't hurt themselves and then hurt you whenever you make mistakes, those are the teams that usually end up going far in the playoffs and winning championships.
Yeah, that's it. And I think that, Jacksonville is taking advantage. They coughed it up deep. And then St. Clair County returns a favor. So we've seen more turnovers here in the first half of this ball game than we've seen pretty much by some of the other teams. Looking deep right here, got his man down there. Beatty makes the catch and inside the 40 to the 35-yard line. Grayson Beatty hauls in a great throw from Jace Fisher. You see right here, got behind the defender. And a big catch by Beatty. Down to about the 34-yard line.
That was set up by a perfect stop-and-go route by Beatty. And tell you what, Fisher has got a nice little arm on him. And he finds him out there, picks up a big first down. Easily the biggest play of the game for the Saints so far.
1st down and 10. Rolling out to the right side, pressure up the middle, steps under it, throws it in the flats, and a great catch out there. As they will haul it in inside the 40 or inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. Good catch on the outside. St. Clair County on the move now, facing 2nd down, and we'll say about 6 yards to go.
Good job there by James Johnson of Jacksonville, really making an all-out effort to jump in front of that ball and make a play on it, but it slips right past him, brings up 2nd and 5.
Back again. Fisher throwing it deep. Got a man down there. Beatty goes up. Can't hang on this time. Good recovery out there by Kirkland to fight that away. And you see him battle for the football. Watch this right here. As they get in, he will climb the ladder. Will Kirkland keeps that hand active and swats it away at the last minute. Good play.
Picture perfect play right there defensively. Go up and get the football. And if the ball does come down, if you can't get it at its highest point, when it does come down, go out there and try your best to rake it out there without causing a pass interference, and he does just that.
Back to pass again. Pressure, throws it down there. Same play. The battle. This time Beatty's going to go up and get it. And he will win the battle and take a tumble at about the 6-yard line.
All the Jacksonville fans and the Jacksonville players want a push off here. You'll see for yourself and see if he gets away with one. It looks like from that angle, it doesn't really look like it. It looks like he slipped and fell there on the turf. We'll get a better angle here. Well, yeah, I think it was a clean catch.
I think so too. Defender tried to kind of overran the football and then tried to come back. So first down and goal to go for St. Clair County. Handoff up the middle. May pushing, continuing to push, and he'll fight it down to about the 4-yard line. A couple of yards, tough to get, but he's able to move the pile forward. So with 2:53 and rolling left here in this one, 7-0. And report out of Oxford, Alabama, Choccolocco Park, the Jacksonville State University Lady Gamecocks fell 2-1 in the first of 2 championship games. So that is their first OVC loss of the year. They'll turn around and play again as the Gamecocks trying to win their 10th OVC championship.
You know, they were 30-0, had the best record in the history of the Ohio Valley Conference with a 30-0 record. Second team to go undefeated after Tennessee Tech did it back in 1994. So they'll drop into, quote unquote, the loser's bracket. So they'll just basically run this game back over again and see if they can pull one more win and get another spot in the regionals, where they've been several times before. And Jacksonville State softball program has been phenomenal this year. They have the pitcher of the year in Whitney Gillespie, the player of the year in Ella Dennis out of Pisgah, and obviously the coach of the year with Jana McGinnis. And basically I didn't get to see the votes, but if that wasn't unanimous, it was, I'm pretty sure it was close to unanimous in all of them.
You know, I had the opportunity last Saturday to bring my 7- and 8-year-old girls softball team to the Jack State game as they played here. And after the game was over, Coach McGinnis took my girls down into the dugout. They got to meet the team, get autographs, and then she took us into the locker room, and the girls got to meet all of the players. And,
awesome.
You know, some of my players that are on the 7- and 8-year-old team left that field today and that day and said, we're going to be future Gamecocks. We're going to play at Jack State. And it was just a really neat experience for my girls, and a day they'll never forget. And I tell you, hats off to the entire softball program for being such a class act. So need to get some points here this afternoon. Make sure you claim that championship. So we are all behind the Gamecocks there. Handoff, May, right side. He's hit the pile, but May keeps going and goes in. I'm going to tell you, that is some determined running by Justin May, as he would not be denied. St. Clair County with their first points. Watch this right here. Just everybody trying to pull the ball, trying to pull him down, and he continues to fight forward. And a good run by May to find his way in the end zone.
That's pure effort right there. The feet do not stop moving, and he gets in there for the touchdown, and that's a much, much needed scoring drive there for St. Clair County.
So extra point coming up for the Saints. Again, the young lady will put the tee down at the 10-yard line. The female kicker, great leg last time. And as John said, she's been doing this for several years. And this is not a publicity stunt. This young lady, I can tell you there'll be a lot of teams that would love to have her kicking for them.
Absolutely.
She's got quite a strong leg. She'll try to tie things back up here. Of course, no rush as you're watching. All kicking. And this kick is up, and that kick is good. So we are tied at 7 here with 2:22 remaining here in this first half. Good drive by St. Clair County to answer. You know, Jacksonville's drive only 14 yards, but St. Clair County able to respond. They get a great drive. They will go, 65 yards and a great 70 yards into the end zone. But again, St. Clair County trying to answer right there, doing a great job.
Absolutely, and they did it really both ways. They did it on the ground, and they did it through the air. We saw some great passes. We saw a great stop and go between Fisher and Grayson Beatty, and then capped off obviously with the Justin May touchdown. And this is the kind of balance we talked about at the top of the telecast that St. Clair County will want as the season gets forward.
Golden Eagles back offensively. Hand off to Richmond, comes the near side and just really nowhere to go, but he's able to find some room and fall forward to about the 39-yard line. That time, great job by St. Clair County just stretching it out, but you see right here, Richmond just, the quickness allows him to get forward and get just positive yardage there.
Right, and really on any of those sweep plays, you want them running east and west, you want them running lateral and just using the sideline, using the in line as basically an extra defender. But there, Nico Richmond showing off some of his athleticism.
Quick hitch on the outside, can't pull it in. Going to bring up third down. Kirkland couldn't pull that one in, so third down, and we'll say about 7 yards to go.
So while we're seeing a lot of vertical throws from St. Clair County, the passing game for Jacksonville is really a lot of those screens, and whether you call them bubble screens, slip screens, everything that basically you're catching the ball within 2 or 3 yards of the line of scrimmage and using downfield blocks to help you spring forward.
Third down and long. Back is Clark. Clark rolls to the left, throws it down there, and incomplete. Just had 2 receivers open and kind of threw it between them. And it'll be fourth down, so Jacksonville going to have to punt it away.
Yep, good looking play overall, but pretty well defended there by St. Clair County. Just overall, got a nice pass rush and then really no wide open guy back there. Looks like we have a timeout on the field here.
Well, the thing about it was they got a little initial push up the middle and able to put the pressure on it. Quarterback throws it down to the left side, but unable to convert there. But just a well-played defensive play by St. Clair County. So after the mark off, it will be inside the 30 at about the 27-yard line. And that is where St. Clair County will begin this drive. Found something offensively last time with Fisher going up top to Grayson Beatty a couple of times to get some big plays. Beatty, we talked about in the pregame from a defensive standpoint as being a player to watch, but I'll tell you what, out here in the slot position, he can get it done as well.
Exactly, and he's a big body, so you like to get him on some of the smaller corners, and especially if defenses want to go one-on-one with him, they'll take that every time.
Movement on the interior, that's going to be 5 yards. That will be assessed against the Saints. That moves it back. 1:48 remaining here in the first half. Again, these two teams will play another 12-minute period. Following that, the Anniston Bulldogs and Leeds Green Wave will square off here at Burgess Snow Field. Fisher takes the snap, got pressure again. He's going down back at the 10-yard line. Fisher waited a little too long, and Blake Morris made him pay for it. You see Morris right up the gut. Gets a little help from Josh Bell.
That's a coverage sack right there. Nobody open along the outside. One-on-one, man-to-man coverage. Everybody does a great job, and like you said, hangs on it just a little too long, and that Jacksonville defense makes him pay.
So second down. Looks like about 26 to go. Dropping back, pump fake, looking long, going to throw it long again for Beatty. Underthrows him, it's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30-yard line. That is by Williams, as he just was inside, and the pressure caused Fisher to throw it underneath Beatty. And what concentration by Williams as Beatty tried to come in and break it up. Credit him for doing that. But Williams hung on to the football. Great interception.
You see this a lot with receivers who know they're about to get hit, and the good ones are able to make the catch, come down with it, and secure the possession. There you saw a great job on the defensive side there for Jacksonville, and a fantastic interception. They'll see if they can turn it back into points once again.
Clark pump fakes, rolls out right, got pressure, throws it deep into the end zone. Man down there and can't hang on.
Looks like this will be offensive pass interference here. It looks like Gangwer tried to get some space, really to no avail. Even if he did catch that ball, I'm almost positive this will be offensive pass interference.
Yeah, a lot of pushing and shoving all the way down in there. Also a flag back at the line of scrimmage as well.
Right.
So I believe this may be the double whammy on the Golden Eagles. They'll say pass interference on the defense and holding on the offense, so they offset.
Interesting call there. So Jacksonville kind of gets away with one. And
Coach Lance Smith is asking, how can that be defensive pass interference? I don't think he's sold that that's the call, as he's still wanting an explanation.
Yeah, he kind of saw what
we saw.
Right. Looks like Gangward tried to use his arms to get separation there. So St. Clair County, instead of getting more yards, they get none.
Clark on the keeper, goes left side, slips down, and falls inside the 30 to about the 28. That's one of those run-throw options as you roll out to the left side. You got some receivers downfield, and you try to read the defensive back, and Clark tried to turn it up. Slips down. Only 20 seconds remain here in the first half. Second down and about 8. They'll go back to Ackles. Ackles bounces it outside once and twice. Got a little running room. 20-yard line, then thrown out of bounds across the way at about the 17. Good run by Tay Ackles.
One of my favorite things about his running style is just his vision. And look, just getting here to the outside, he sees that Gangwer's out there. He sees that he's got some room out there. Sees the sticks, gets past him, picks up the first down.
The second cut right there. Right. That is an impressive move because Beatty is a great defender. And you look at Tay Ackles able to bounce it outside on him and pick up the first down. Clock now to 9 seconds, so getting out of bounds is not a bad thing. It stops the clock with 9, and Coach Clint Smith calls one more timeout here.
This is by design here. We call it the first quarter and second quarter, but really treating it like the first half and the second half.
Right.
And the reason why you do that is so the end of the quarter, you can play it like you would your 2-minute offense.
That's it.
And so it gives you time to get clock management, get your timeouts down and all of that. So it gives teams that leverage to do that. So I like the way that it's set up in that regard. And you're seeing here the way Jacksonville strategizes with these last 9 ticks of the clock.
So 9 seconds left and try to get something in the end zone. And if not, try to get some points on the board one way or the other. Don't forget, field goal opportunities are there as well with no rush from the defender. You see that Jacksonville has a lot of offensive weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You still got Richmond, in your back pocket you can pull out any time. You've got Ackles. Clark has shown that he can throw the football.
Exactly. And Clark also shows that he can run it a little bit too. Mm-hmm. And they've also gone to Gangwer on the offensive side, and we haven't seen a lot of any deep throws, deep threats just yet. But we do know those receivers are very good blockers, and that can usually loom pretty well for your team.
9 seconds left. Clark goes with a shotgun. He'll take it and drop back. Looking, got pressure, steps up, throws it, got his man down there, tipped away. Good defensive play. Out of nowhere, St. Clair County's number 16 able to knock it down with 2 seconds left on the clock.
There was about a fraction of a window open. It looked wide open, but like you said, he just comes up, and that's a perfect way to execute his position there from his safety spot. Big number 16 comes through for the St. Clair County defense.
Final play of the first half here. Golden Eagles bring Clark back, throws it toward the end zone, triple coverage, caught and dives in. Oh my goodness. What an effort right there by Williams as he'll make the catch at about the 2-yard line. Takes a big hit. Watch this. Takes the hit. They don't wrap up, and he's able to spin off and dive in the corner of the end zone.
That's the lesson learned here for the Saints defense. At this point in the game, you're in the 1-yard line. You have to have some awareness that you can't just shove him, because unless he's guaranteed to go out of bounds, you're keeping him open and keeping him wide open on his feet. There, the Saints do not wrap up on defense, and Jacorian makes them pay. Jacorian Williams, a rising junior on this ball club, and we just talked about the threats that Jacksonville had. Add his name to it.
There's another threat as well. But like we said, that time, not wrapping up is going to cost St. Clair County 6 points there, because if you wrap up and just hold on, he's shy of the end zone. And but that's why you play the spring game, to learn things such as that. The kick is up and the kick is good. So 14-7, scoring on the final play of what we will call the first half. We'll put 2 minutes on the clock, and we'll get ready for second half action. You look at the Tony Sarah Ford scoring drive, 5 plays, 30 yards, only 57 seconds off the clock, and the Golden Eagles take a touchdown lead here into our break. Hard hitting action. A lot of Nico Richmond there for his touchdown, and great catches as well. It's a fun football afternoon in the 2016 Gridiron Challenge, and you're watching it all on TV 24.
so many people choose Riverview Regional Medical Center? Reason number 1, ER Extra. ER Extra is extra fast emergency room care. You'll be seen by a doctor or medical clinician in no time flat. ER Extra.
Extra fast, extra easy, extra great emergency care.
ER Extra, one of the many reasons you choose Riverview Regional Medical Center. Close by, far better.
For the finest quality foods and hundreds of specials every week, shop at Dorsey's Supermarket in downtown Oxford. Dorsey's has been your home for the highest quality and freshest meat in town since 1985, and nobody beats their famous Pick 5 deal. Mix and match your 5 favorite meat selections and pay only $19.99. And now you can enjoy your meat fresh out of the smoker. Pick up your smoked butts, ribs, or wings today. Dorsey's Supermarket, Main Street in Oxford.
Jacksonville State University, Burgess Snowfield on a beautiful sunny May afternoon. Nothing better goes with May than high school football.
Absolutely. It's a very fun time of year. We're wrapping up a lot of the spring sports. We've seen golf, Westbrook Christian, the boys and girls in high school golf won state championships. Talking about teams in our local area. The Westbrook Christian girls soccer team was in the state final yesterday. Came in as the state runner-up, and obviously the Jacksonville State softball team playing for a spot in the NCAA regionals and a OBC tournament championship. And then we have spring football. So
that's right.
It's kind of an amalgamation of all the things that go on in the middle of the spring, winding down the school year. So the kids are excited, the parents are excited, and it's about to be summertime. But right before then, get some final work in before opening fall camp.
14-7 this score. We'll open up the second half with Jacksonville back on offense. So they score on the last play of the first half, get the possession to open up the second. And here comes Richmond. Check that. That is Kirkland on the carry. And he'll bring it out to about the 40-yard line. Gain of 5. Just the speed sweep, just flip it forward to him.
Kirkland, one of the many guys that goes both ways for this team. We've seen Gangwer go both ways. We've also seen Jacorian Williams, who had the touchdown, but also had the interception to set up his touchdown late in the game. So a lot of these Jacksonville players will be two-way guys for them.
Question about that pass in just a moment. Flip on the outside, incomplete. On the speed sweep, if you flip it forward, ball handler can't field it. Is it considered like a shovel pass where it's an incomplete pass?
Right.
I think so.
Right.
So
I think
very
so
safe
too. Yes. It's a very, very safe deal.
Teams are switching to that more for that reason, so it's not a handoff. So that again, if you have a missed handoff there, you got problems. So.
Right. But any movement forward,
it'd be a forward pass,
exactly.
So it'd be an incomplete. Handoff to Richmond, finds a gap, spins away, bounces it outside, showing speed, and then steps out of bounds inside St. Clair County territory at about the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you what, he's just a phenomenal runner. And we talked about how Tay Ackles just has that running style to me that reminds me of a lot of Tremaine Pope back in high school. This reminds me a little bit of Rock Thomas over at Oxford. It has that same number, and it's just the ability to stay on his feet. Yeah. And I'm not saying that, obviously not comparing. It's kind of not comparing apples to apples there, but just the ability to stay on his feet there. Big play there.
Clark rolls out right, flips it. A little too tall for his fullback there. Trying to hit Glass out of the backfield. Incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. But I'll tell you, from what I see of Richmond, I don't know that you can hem him up in a phone booth. I mean, this guy is just – he's cat quick, and again, very impressive here. And just a change of pace back from what you get with Ackles.
Right. And it puts so much pressure on the defense because you have to game plan for both, and they're both good in any circumstance. 1st and long, 2nd and short, 3rd and long.
Here comes Richmond, left side, got a gap. 35 cuts it up. Near sideline, 10-5, and he gets into the end zone. Or did he step out? The officials yet to indicate. Touchdown. As he does get into the end zone. Great run by Richmond.
You talked about his shiftiness, and he's one of those guys that you have to play disciplined football. You have to wrap him up, and once again, not wrapping up led to a touchdown.
Also, Blake Morris peels back and gets a great block. And he does get in the end zone there. Good run by Richmond. And the Golden Eagles on the board again, leading 20-7.
That's a great answer there. Kind of a bang-bang situation for Jacksonville. Get the score late, come out early, and really that's what you want to do in the game. You know, between the second quarter and the third quarter, get 14 points up on the board really fast.
Extra point coming up. Harvey puts it through. 21-7, your new score. So the last time St. Clair County offense was on the field, we were tied at 7.
Right.
So 14-point gap now. The Golden Eagles score late and score early. You see the Tony Sarah Ford scoring drive there. 4 plays, 65 yards. Nico Richmond goes the last 45. A minute 15 off the clock. So Golden Eagles up by a couple of scores here as they come back out defensively.
And that's a backbreaker when you fledge this thing out to a full game. If you can get up on a team like that, get that late score in the second quarter, get the first punch of the third quarter, you really set the tone of the game, especially late. So Jacksonville really playing, if you're simulating this to a real game, Jacksonville's playing about as perfectly as you can.
St. Clair County offense back on the field. Jace Fisher, the quarterback. Is there, not sure what the holdup is, but they will continue play here. 10:45 left in this one. Split out comes to the near side. And wow, hit in the backfield. As soon as May takes the handoff, Matt Curry again, all in the backfield.
We've seen this a bunch of times, and I don't know if this was a called blitz or he just read it, but he comes right in there, fills that gap, and he comes from his defensive end spot. But, I mean, he comes right in the middle, so I don't know if that was a twist or how they ran that from a scheme perspective, but he's right there on top of it.
He's been impressive on that defensive front here today. Second down, and about 13 yards to go now. High snap, gives it off to May. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. They'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. Just not a lot of running room in the middle of that defense.
No, and they're not very, very big up there. Number 17 is huge for Jacksonville, and that's Chris Berry. He's a rising senior. But, I mean, they have so much speed, and they're all, I mean, very, very aggressive tacklers. And so it's very hard to run against this unit, especially in between the tackles. And Justin May and Fisher having some hard times trying to get on the same page here as far as what they want to do offensively when it comes to running the football. They've had a lot of success through the air, not a lot between the tackles.
St. Clair County got to call a timeout and discuss things with facing a 3rd down and 10. Don't forget, more football coming up here at Burgess Snow Field. The Leeds Green Wave. And also the Anniston Bulldogs doing battle. Good look here at the stadium. And clouds forming over the mountains there behind it.
Obviously, the interesting storyline with the Leeds game is coming off that championship and now have a new head football coach. And they'll play the Anniston Bulldogs, who now just dropped down to their classification. It's a great cap-off game here for the 2016 Gridiron Challenge for Saturday. And then we're back once again on Monday. Just go to TV24.tv to stream these games. Also go to TV24.tv and you'll find the entire schedule for this series of games, as well as the Calhoun County games coming up next week, as you see Anniston getting warmed up for the finale of the Regional Gridiron Challenge here.
Folks excited about Anniston football this fall as well. A lot of good talent coming back. Flip on the outside and good coverage. Knocked away at the last moment there by Trey Harris on the coverage. So it'll be 4th down.
Intended receiver there, Noah Bruce, number 4. Had his hands on it, had a shot at it. But like you said, good coverage there from Jacksonville's defense. And that Jacksonville defense once again getting a very well-deserved hand from their offensive guys as the offensive guys trot back out on the field.
So after the 35-yard mark off, Golden Eagles will start at their own 30-yard line.
You typically in a game situation, this is where you will see a team really start to lean on the other team by running the football, pounding it, really demoralizing another team. When you have a 2-touchdown lead like this, we'll see what Coach Clint Smith does and see if he stays aggressive, but I would expect to see a heavy dose of Tay Ackles here.
First down and 10 at the 30-yard line. In there at quarterback, Jalen Trueblood comes in. He is the junior. Speed sweep again. Cutting it up. Bringing it across the 40-yard line. Out to about the 44 is Taj Kirkland. He'll gain about 14 yards.
Great blocking downfield. Tay Ackles has a great block down there. The receivers making good blocks, and that's what's key with a lot of these speed guys is can we seal off one-on-ones along the outside, and that's usually determines success of those plays.
So first down at 10. High snap. Trueblood's got it. He's going to have to make something out of it, and he's just going to bring it out of bounds. Snap was high, threw all the timing off. And that time all Jalen Trueblood could do is see if he could make anything positive happen. When it didn't, just get out of bounds and live to play another play.
Yeah, it's a good job there of staying at home by the defensive line from St. Clair County. They were able to do that, give Trueblood really nowhere to go.
This time the give to Ackles. Good play in the backfield. St. Clair County up on that one. Stop in the backfield there. You see just a good tackle. Hold on, wait for some friends to arrive, and he brings down Ackles in the backfield. So another negative play. 3rd and long now for the Golden Eagles.
Like Javon, you'll see number 54. It's a good-looking defensive front there for St. Clair County. We also have seen Skylar Mizell make a lot of plays for this defensive unit.
Trueblood pumps it. Now looks down the middle, throws it into triple coverage. What a catch. It is made. 30-yard line, 25 to the 20-yard line goes TJ Carr. My goodness, above 3 defenders. You'll see a tremendous catch right here as he throws it up, and Carr just climbs the ladder and pulls it down. Great catch.
Absolutely. An individual effort there by Carr. That's one of those, no. And then it works, and you're like, okay, that's good. And he threw it right into triple coverage, as you said. You said it during the middle of the call, and it looked like it was dangerous territory, but just a fantastic effort there. And TJ Carr sets up the first down.
Trueblood flips it on the outside to Ackles. Can't hang on. They'll call it a lateral. And so he picks it up and continues on.
Heads up play there. Everybody else kind of stopped.
Threw it behind the line. Ackles very alertly for the second time in this ballgame. Yeah, you see it's back there about 1.5 yards. So Ackles alertly picks it up and continues down the field. Great camera work, guys. Shows it. It was definitely a lateral. Second down at about 4.5 now. Rolling to the near side. Now going to pick it up, try to run it, flips it toward the end zone and cannot convert. Looking down there for Trey Harris. Trueblood just read it all the way down the line on that run throw option. At the last moment decided to flip it toward Harris, but they could not connect, so it's second down.
You're seeing a lot of that. You mentioned this earlier when Cotton was on the Colton Clark was on the field earlier. That run pass option is something that a lot of high schools are going with now when you're putting a more athletic guy at the quarterback position, because what you could do is you stretch the defense out. You stretch them out as far as you can, and you just make them make the play. So if the defense shows you one thing, you run. If the defense shows you another thing, you pass. And there he does go with the pass and just a little bit out of the reach of his receiver.
Holding the call against Jacksonville. That will move it back just outside the 20-yard line. We'll replay second down. Trueblood, pressure all around him, flips it out in the outside, going to be picked off. You can't talk about telegraphing a pass. He does that, and it's going to be picked off out here by St. Clair County. Well read by number Is it 6 or 5? Isaiah Smith is the safety. We'll give him credit on that one for stepping up and pulling that one in.
Yep, that's just a perfect read there by Smith. And as you said, the quarterback really kind of sold it with his eyes, and it was just an easy read there. And Smith jumped right on top of it.
Saints will take over. First down and 10, just inside the 30 at about the 29-yard line. So we'll get another look at Jace Fisher. Justin May in the backfield. First down and 10 for the Saints. It's May right up the middle, tries to bounce it outside, hit once, then driven back. He'll get a gain maybe of about a yard out to the 30-yard line. Brings up second down and long.
May's a tough guy to bring down. You saw it there on that play. It took about 4 or 5 different players just to get the forward motion whistle.
Second and long for St. Clair County. And at the end of the first game with Hanley, we saw Fisher really get some things going with his arm. Haven't really seen a lot of that carrying over to this game. We've seen more of a steady dose of May as he will pick up another yard, brings up third down.
Trying to really establish the run here, but you mentioned it. It seemed that Grayson Beatty and Jace Fisher had a nice little connection going there and had a couple routes where made some big gains, but both have really been quiet ever since.
Coach Lance Smith, St. Clair County. Third down and long. Pressure coming. Back to pass. Down the middle he goes. Got his man. Catch it. Couldn't hang on. And a flag comes in late. Back around the line of scrimmage by the head official.
Nico Richmond made the play on the defensive end for Jacksonville, and I wonder if something was said. That flag was really, really late. Something was said, or maybe roughing the passer.
Yeah, it was back near the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
And the officials discussing it. Penalty against St. Clair County. It's going to move it back. Illegal touching.
It looks like he made 2 different calls there.
Yeah, and either way, it's a punting situation for St. Clair County. So it will move it forward 35. Regardless, it's going to be Jacksonville Golden Eagle football. They'll start at the 38-yard line. We got 5:08 remaining here in this matchup here today. So first down and 10 for the Golden Eagles. We have slowed to a snail's pace here in this one.
Yeah, we'll see if any team can get some things going here. But here's been a lot of fumbles and a lot of 3 and outs here by both squads.
Trueblood, quick to the outside, doesn't get anything on it. Just never really got a hold of the football. That's incomplete. Trying to hit Blake Morris here on the outside. Brings up second down and 10.
It's pretty good experience here for Trueblood. I think they've really settled in as Colton Clark will be the senior of this football team and getting Trueblood, both guys rising juniors.
Trueblood on the keeper, comes to the near side, got pressure from behind and going to be pushed out of bounds. Right at the line of scrimmage, so third and 10. .451 remaining here this afternoon. From Chockalaka Park down in Oxford, Jacksonville State takes an early 1-0 lead in the softball championship of the OVC. Here's Ackles. He's got running room. Sheds a defender. Brings it out to about the 42-yard line. Good run by Tay Ackles.
That's about this pace that we needed to see here. And I thought Tay Ackles will be leaned on last series. Looks like they're going back to him now. It's just a phenomenal run. It's really just more of what he's done over the last few years and really done what he's done in this game right here.
You know, and that's the thing about coaches. A lot of them right now, they know what Tay Ackles can do. They're wanting to see what some of these other guys are going to do as well. It's kind of hard to find that mix that keeps your offense going. Ackles gets the call right side, turns it up, and he will power his way inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. I mean, that's the thing about it, is just trying to find that mix where your starters get plenty of reps, but also you understand that you want to see how well some of the other guys can handle the situation.
Exactly. He gets 2 runs there, comes right out, and just like you said, right on cue, he's finding somebody else, finding that next guy that can make the plays. And Nico Richmond's already made some, has touchdown already as well.
Richmond's got a gap. He is quick. Bounces outside, and he's got 6. Wow. Richmond that time just making folks miss and darts into the end zone. You see the first cut right there, eludes that defender, and it's just walk into the end zone from there. You just do not get a clean shot at Nico Richmond.
No.
You just don't get a clean hit.
Right, and we talked about this, and we've seen this a lot in college football where you kind of have that thunder and lightning combination. You see it a little bit in the NFL as well, and Jacksonville kind of has a hint of that when you consider Tay Ackles and Nico Richmond. To your point about his athleticism, he's one quick guy, and what I really like about the way he plays is just his field vision, just overall, and he can get to his spot, and that time his spot was in the end zone.
Harvey for the extra point. This kick is wide right. So 27-7, your new score. Jacksonville leading over St. Clair County here with 3:15 remaining in the ball game. Checking out that Tony Sarah Ford scoring drive. 5 plays, 62 yards. Almost 2 minutes off the clock. Golden Eagles lead by 20 here in the final stretch.
It's about as perfect of a drive as you can put together there for head coach Clint Smith and his bunch. Ate up a little bit of clock, close to 2 minutes, but really putting the final stamp here on this game, and they will walk away, it looks like, with the win. There's your defending 4A state champions.
The Green Wave getting set to take the field, taking on the Anniston Bulldogs. Should be a great matchup coming up here to close out the day. Handoff up the middle for St. Clair County. Not a whole lot there. That Jacksonville defense tough once again.
Absolutely, and one of the storylines for Leeds coming into this game is they have to find a new guy at quarterback. To Daryl Marshall, the All-State QB in Class 4A, is off to college, and they will face this team, the Anniston Bulldogs, who also have a lot of questions going into this year and a lot of guys that are coming back from last year as well. So can the Bulldogs build off what they had to end last year? You know, last season they beat Alexandria, who won a region championship and very close to a Class 5A state championship. So Anniston and Leeds will finish this thing off as Jacksonville and St. Clair County put on a pretty nice show here, mainly dominated by the Eagles.
Good run that time by May. He's still out there. I'll tell you this, every yard that May has been able to get today in both of his games, he has earned.
Right.
Against Hanley and against Jacksonville, he has really earned his yardage. He'll get the call here. Hit right at the line and driven back. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
Tell you what, St. Clair County has tried over and over and over again to run right in the middle of these A gaps and B gaps, and just really to not much avail here against this Jacksonville front.
Not a lot of success, and timeout going to be called. Actually, the punting yardage will be assessed. So we'll get another look at that Golden Eagle offense here. Clint Smith got to be pleased with the way his team has played here in this ball game.
Absolutely. They've been building. They've been building towards what they think will be something great coming up in 2016. And I think that they now have the athletes on both the offensive side and the defensive side to really put together a run. And this team is no stranger to the playoffs and no stranger to a lot of wins. They now want to take that next step, make that run, second round, third round of the playoffs. And Coach Smith has a great young group.
1:46 remaining as the Golden Eagles come out offensively. Handoff by Clark. Right side, left side. Big pop out there. It's going to be Wiggins, the freshman, on that carry. He'll gain a couple. But you see a big pop right here. As soon as he gets to the left side, looks like he's got clear sailing. And out of nowhere, bam, right there.
Yep, number 3 and
Trey Smith.
Yep, another thing that they'll talk about, St. Clair County practices, wrapping up.
That's it.
And it's been a key issue today, and it's cost them 2 touchdowns.
Back it goes to Wiggins. He'll go right side. He's got a wall of blockers out there. Cuts it back in. Got his first down. He'll bring it out to about the 38-yard line. Final minute here in this ball game. Golden Eagles 27-7. They lead over St. Clair County. Jacksonville football. They start to wind the clock out here. Clark with a little flip on the speed sweep and a flag on the play. So this one's coming back.
Jacksonville's made 3 straight runs in the Class 4A playoffs under head coach Clint Smith. 2 first-round wins so far. Last year bowed out after the first round.
Falling to Brooks on the road. Jacksonville football here. 41 seconds and rolling left in this one. Speed sweep yet again. Coming near side, cutting it back. And across the 35. And bringing it all the way out to about the 37-yard line is Maynor. Don't have to run another play here. They'll try to get one more off here with 9 seconds on the clock. Clark gives it off. Wiggins with a spin, and he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line. And that's your ball game there. Impressive performance by the Golden Eagles, as they will win this one 27-7 over the St. Clair County Saints. And we'll try to get a word with a couple of the coaches down there momentarily. Chase Robinson down on the field, as he will try to grab one of the coaches. He'll try to get, looks like he's trying to find Clint Smith. So he'll take him over, and we will see what's going on, see what Coach Smith has to say about today's activities. A very impressive win for the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. Chase, we'll let you take it away.
All right, Coach Smith, wrapping up spring today, got the win. How was spring for you all so far?
It was a good spring. We had, our numbers are really good, and spring's a crazy time. We got so many multi-sport athletes, as most of the teams here do, and we've kind of pieced together, best we could. But our effort was really good, and our enthusiasm was really good all spring. So we're proud of our guys for that.
Talk about some things today you saw in the game you want to build on for next season.
Well, I felt our defense played pretty fast for the most part, most of the game. Had some huge stops and then got off the field when they needed to. Offensively had some big plays and was able to put it in the end zone. So, it's all things we can watch film and learn from. And, overall, as of right now, I thought they did pretty well.
Thanks, Coach. Great game and good luck next season.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Coach Clint Smith there, and again, got to be excited about this fall and the prospects for his Jacksonville Golden Eagles. A lot of folks will be looking forward to seeing how that team fares as they roll into the fall. So now it's all into the off-season workouts and 7-on-7 camps. And I tell you, when you talk about that, Gerhard, it's really a nonstop thing. You know it?
Yeah, it really is. It's become a 12-month sport, and I think football benefits from that. You're seeing better quality of football, especially earlier in the season, and what you're not seeing, the things that you're not seeing as much of is a lot of the hitting aspects of football, and that takes some time to coordinate. But you're seeing a lot of the 7-on-7 work, which leads to lots of great, talented, athletic receivers, tight ends, running backs that can catch the ball out of the backfield, and a lot of that is built and predicated upon some of that work you get in June and July.
So they will head into the offseason celebrating this win today, 27-7. They had a great offensive performance. Nico Richmond, a couple of big scores in this one. He finds his way in the end zone. We will continue with our coverage of the 2016 Gridiron Challenge in a moment. It's Anniston and Leeds coming up next right here on TV 24.